Hello, fashion lovers. My name is Ede Michael Moses, the CEO of Simcline Apparel Nigeria Limited, and her subsidiary brand, Top Notch Fashion Studio. I am your host in this platform, The Fashion Guru. Today, we'll be deliberating extensively on the fundamentals of fashion. By this, I mean the basic principles or basic foundation that every fashion construction professional requires to excel in this line of business. It is not far-fetched to say that so many persons who are in this line of business have little or no background knowledge. They just dabbled into it and expect to make ends meet. That's impossible. So today, we shall take a little pace back to history. At about 50,000 years ago, in the Garden of Eden, the first human couple, Adam and Eve, committed a sin of disobedience as recorded in the account of Genesis chapter 3. It is stated that the moment the sin of disobedience was committed by Adam and Eve, it triggered a process that made them become cognizant of the fact that they were naked. Realizing that they were naked motivated Adam and Eve to create the first garment called apron. There was something wrong about the garment created by Adam and Eve. And that was the fact that this garment only covered a section of the front part of their body, whereas a greater proportion of the entire body part was still left exposed. So on this note, God looked down from above and saw them, took pity upon them, and then made a garment called coat. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, coat is defined as a formal garment that could be worn as a single piece or as a dual piece. If worn as a single piece, it simply means that the coat is lengthened enough to cover a vital section of the body. But when worn as a dual piece, it means that this coat could be short and then could be worn downward with a skirt or a pant. So, there was something very peculiar about the garment Adam and Eve made and that of God. Adam and Eve created a garment that did not befit their personality, nor did it protect their body. But when God made a garment, he created a garment that has three important points that must never be compromised by all garment construction professionals. One is that the garment had comfort. Two is that the garment protected them. It covered their body, thereby giving them protection. The third point is that these garments defined their personality and as well as enhanced their individuality. So, in today's world, fashion has become an integral part of our contemporary society. It has become the omnipresent aspect of our lives. It has become the focal topics in all print, electronic media, televisions, as well as the internet. Look around you. In your home, you will see fashion. On the streets, you will see fashion. If you look at the churches, you will see fashion. You go to school, you see fashion, to mention but a few. Having seen the importance of fashion in the interpersonal relationship of man, it is therefore no need to overemphasize the fact that fashion has come to stay as far as humanity is concerned. Then the question that arises is, why should such a noble profession with an amazing social influence on the lifestyle of humanity be relegated to the background? Why is fashion design not considered as a career course to be taught in tertiary institutions, such as the universities? Why do most parents discourage their kids from taking up fashion design as a career? And why is it almost impossible for most garment construction professionals to make ends meet? Like other areas of human endeavors, reason behind all of these are now far-fetched. It is because humans themselves had considered this profession as the commonest of all professions. The belief that people who should embark upon this business are people who are disadvantaged, people who are dunces, who have nothing more. It is considered a last resort. Like other areas of human endeavors, garment constructions require skill, and they must also possess the principles the background knowledge that is required to excel. Failure to do so, that business is already headed for collapse. I'll give us an instance. I remember a certain young man walk into the studio and then demanded to make use of my machines to complete a project that he was making for a client. And then I watched him dabble from left to right, trying to have this project concluded. Taking a look at the neckline, I realized that the neckline circumference was way too big for any individual. And then I asked, what was your parameter for measuring the circumference of your neckline? And then he simply says, I was taught that if I'm making garments for an adult, I should use 6, or I should use 2 for a small kid, and then it depends on the individual. No, fashion is not a business that requires assumption. Another important thing that must be considered by upcoming fashion designers is that they must at all times understand that passion is a driving force, the energy that ignites the flame of success. So when this ingredient is lacking, believe me, there is no success as far as this area of endeavor, fashion design, is concerned.
Top Notch Fashion Studio is a subsidiary of Simclimb Apparel Nigeria Limited. Founded in June 2015, Top Notch has trained over 52 students and is positioned to be a force shaping the fashion industry in Nigeria. Top Notch as a company offers basically 3 services, namely production of tailored garments for individual clients. Secondly, we offer a well-structured training program for fashion designers, pattern makers, and tailors. Thirdly, we offer mass production of uniquely designed garments for retail outlets and boutiques.